multiplying mixed fractions and the model for multiplying mixed fractions, which I don't like very much, but you do need to know. So for those of us in the room and not watching this live on the interweb, can you please copy out the following question for me, please? 1 and 1/2. And let's multiply this bad boy by 3 2/3, just because I like saying turds. All right. 1. Improperate. 2. Cross reduce. 3. Multiply. 4. Simplify. And then you're done. Now, some of those steps might not be there at all. Those bells are brought to you by Annoying, and wait for it, Annoying. All right, so welcome to 1 and 1/2 times 3 2/3. How do I make 1 and 1/2 into a improper top-heavy fraction? The whole times the part, right? So 1 times 2 plus 1 is 3 halves. And we're going to multiply that, what is 3 times 3? Plus 2. 9 plus 2 is 11 thirds. Okay? Now when you have turds and turds and you see this, of all the cross reduction, just like last time, this is the one you should see, right? Using the commutative property, right? You can switch numerators and make this an 11 and make this a 3, but we just look on the cross because it's the same thing. 3/3 is the same thing as 1/1. 1 times 11 is 11. 2 times 1 is 2. Is there anything there that makes you go, ooh? No? Now you have to simplify, which means we don't want a mixed, we don't want improper, we want mixed. A lot of you already know that this is 5 1/2, but for those of you that are having issues, I give you a tissue and the Gazinta house. 2 goes into 11, how many times? 5. 1 left over, which is a group of 1/2, and that would be your answer. Always put your answer in a lovely little box-o-matic. So is there anything there that causes anybody a whole heck of a lot of pain? Yes, sir. How did I get the 11? 1 times 11. Three over 3, I reduce to 1 times 11. I'll talk to you later. All right. That is how you will do every one of these 24 questions that I will present you with today. But, just in case in case of fire, know how to multiply mixed numbers in an area model, because this is grade 8 and we teach you stuff that you will never ever use again in your life. All right. Oh, is this going out live to everybody in the world that they're going to see? Awesome. I'm going to change the question to make it a heck of a lot easier for you. Let's do 1 1/2 times 2 1/3. 2 1/3 this time. Oh wait. If you remember way back when, there was a thing called the area model that you could use. If you had something like 25 times 15, you could go something like this. 20 and 5, 10 and 5. Remember that? Remember that? 20, that's 200, that's 100, 50, 25, right? 200. And you realize quickly after that if you did the standard algorithm for multiplying, life became a whole heck of a lot easier and you memorized your times tables.
It's 375.
That's what I have there. It was just really slow on the board that it didn't show up properly.
What?
You see me winking, internet world. Oh, no, you don't. All right. So we are going to take the same idea and break up our fractions this way, but the problem is we need to go from multiplying to adding at the end, and this is sort of what sucks. So when we do this, we are going to break it up just like we did before, and you've got a 1 1/2, and you've got a 2 1/3. Okay? So the area model is now going to state this. What is 2 times 1? 2. What is 2 times 1/2? Or 2 halves? It is 1, right? What is 1 group of a third? 1 times 1/3 is 1/3. And 1/3 times 1/2 is 1/6, right? So you're just multiplying the pieces, correct? Side chatter at the back. Don't need it. Just do what you're supposed to do, please. Thank you. This now becomes 2 plus 1 plus 1/3 plus 1/6. Wait. When you're adding fractions, you need common denominators, correct? Thirds and sixths. The common denominator is? Sixths. So 2 plus 1 plus, how many sixths is 1/3? 2 plus 1/6. What is 2 plus 1? And what is 2 plus 1? 3/6, right? And 3/6 is simplifiable to 1/2. Now, it is exactly the same thing that we have done in the past, except for we're using fractions. Now, worst case scenario is you actually have to draw inside here. I'm going to tell you that I'm going to hedge my bets and say that, I don't like this because instead of multiplying and looking for all the rules of multiplying, we're now almost doing an order of operations thing where you go from multiplying to adding to simplifying to OUCH. When this is what you're going to do in real life from now till eternity. Like, this is what you're going to do. Okay? If I need to reteach this to you, I will. But for the sake of you having a good conceptual understanding, we know what we are doing in a question when we are multiplying mixed fractions. We know about the commutative property and switching the numerators or looking for cross reduction. And we have an answer. So I would tell you in all honesty, the most important thing that you need to know for me is, can we take this and go 3/2, and can we multiply that by 7/3? Once again, you will see that we have a cross reduction possible, and 3/3 is 1. This now brings us to 7/2, or this brings us to 3 1/2. All right? That's what I need you to see. Okay? That's what I need you to see. Today, that's what you're working on. Tomorrow, that's what you're working on. And I will find some word problems that deal with fractions as well. Okay? So, this was today's lesson.